What's the story then, Steve?
Do you want the full breakdown? So this is a new project which was first bolted by a super climber called Neil Gresham. I think it was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, and he worked it for a while and then he broke a couple of holes which made it really quite a lot harder. So he said that basically it was fairly open and it was good to go for us to try it. There's myself and Buster. We've both been trying it together, which is really good because we're quite different in terms of our climbing strengths. Buster is like really powerful, strong, really good on undercuts and things, whereas I'm like the opposite. I'm like quite weak on that sort of stuff, but I'm okay on the vertical. So we've got an interesting dynamic going on between us, and it's pretty hard. I don't know how hard it's going to be. I think that top section in its own right is maybe 8C or 8C plus, somewhere around there, so it's fierce. So you've got a hard wall at the bottom, pumpy climbing, and then bang, straight into this top section. It's pretty interesting watching the way he does this compared to the way I do it, because he suddenly looks very comfortable and in control when it gets really hard for me. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty different. Good link, mate. Oh. I think you're on.
Sorry?
You're on for now, that's it.
Yeah, I just need to get the start.
That was a particularly fine link.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, you should be, man.
Oh, nice one, cheers for that.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool to like do a route up here. Like, it's an amazing position. You've got like, you're up in the roof, there's so much exposure. You've got like the whole of the Yorkshire Dales behind you. I think the first time I ever heard about Malham or heard about Steve was when I'd like just started climbing. I saw like Steve had just done Overshadow, and there was like a photo of him like hanging by his toes, like upside down. The way we're both approaching the route sort of shows the difference in our sort of backgrounds. I'm more of like a sort of a wall-bred climber, sort of growing up training, climbing indoors, and Steve has sort of spent a lot of time climbing on rock, really sort of like, I don't know, honing, is that the word? If you were to hone your craft like on the limestone. So yeah, he's really good at it. In the roof, it's like, I'm just using my 2 hands, but it's like his feet, they're extra hands. He's like using his heels, using his toes. It's really cool.
Most of the moves that I'm doing are trying to avoid the power that Buster's got, so I'm trying to basically escape around the hard sections. So where Buster can just power through the moves, I'm trying to use toe hooks and heel hooks and all kinds of ridiculous methods. I just haven't got that level of power, so it's going to take me longer with more moves if I can even do it. But yeah, it just really highlights the difference between somebody who's never trained on a board and somebody who has trained on a board. You get a half decent hold where you can clip, probably the only quick draw you'll clip, and then from there you do these really hard lip moves, all heel hooks and toe hooks and loads of really cool moves to get to this big slap around the corner to a completely hidden hold. You just got to hope for the best and get it. And then after that, some really technical moves that just feel like they should be easier, but they're still so fall-offable. I actually fell off what I thought was the last move, but falling off up there is such fun because you're just falling into a massive space. So the actual red point was such a surprise. I didn't expect to do it. In fact, I was so close to falling off that when I actually clipped the belay, I just completely burst out laughing. It was amazing. So another great addition to Malham Cove. This is really one of the best. The style of climbing is so different. It's unique to this cliff. It's just so steep and complex. It's absolutely brilliant. This crag is just amazing. It just keeps on giving.